let's take a look at this old Irish folk song, Night Visit, also known as I Roved Out. We're going to split it into three parts. We've got the verse, the chorus, and then the interlude, the little musical break, which is basically the melody of the chorus. And we're playing it on the guitar here. So I provided this little sheet for some of you here, and so let's start with that, with the little Interlude Lick sheet. So the chorus goes, Tooraya, fly the deedle da, me dairy, fold the deedle dairy, oh. And we're doing A minor and G are our two chords there. All right. So we're going to find the melody just sort of playing through, mostly through that A minor shape there. All right, so we're doing this A minor chord here, and we start with the first and second strings. Then we move to the second, third, and fourth strings. I'm doing my A minor like this. My middle finger is on that fourth string on the second fret. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to take off. Slide these from first and second up to third and fourth. Alright, so that's down, up, down, and I'm playing the second, third, and fourth strings. And then I take everything off and I play that second, third, fourth strings open. Back to the A minor chord. First and second strings again. Then I move to the second, third, fourth strings. So that's quarter note followed by 2 eighth notes. Down, down, up. Again on the second, third, and fourth strings. And then there's two ways I can do this. What's on the sheet is I'm going to play first and second strings open, and then second, third strings open, back to the A minor. Another way to do that is just going back to that where I'm taking that finger off, sliding that up there, and just kind of slide it up, and then play it open, and then back to the A minor. Alright, so rhythmically, if I play that exactly what's written, that would be and that would be correct. But while you're strumming the song, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the strumming pattern that we're working on here. We're going so that is down, miss, up, down, up, right? Or 1, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, and 4 and, or down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So we talk a lot. I know I talk a lot about this down, up motion, but that's kind of what's sort of keeping the groove, sort of pushing the song along. And we recently started talking about how you can do that same thing, that down, up motion, but just emphasize the rhythm that you want. So instead of going down, miss, up, down, up, I could go just keeping that down, up, and going. Either way, I'm doing the same thing, right? And like I say, how the motion is more important than whether you hit or miss. That's absolutely true. You can emphasize the rhythm that you want through there. You're going to get that point across. And the same is going to go here for this. So, you know, if I hit an extra up there or an extra down there, as long as I'm emphasizing the rhythm that I want and keeping that hand moving, it's going to get that point across. All right, so let's also look at how I'm doing this over here, because I'm trying to be very specific about hit just these strings or just these strings, right? And it's not a big deal if I hit more strings, right? You just keep going, you just keep playing, and it'll work. But if I am going to try to be specific, and that's going to help sort of bring the melody out a little bit more if I just hit only those 2 strings or only those 3 strings, right? Instead of, don't hear the melody quite as much. So a lot of that is going to come in, first off, making sure we're holding our pick like that, right? And a little bit, I mean, yeah, you've got this moving, but it's going to be a little bit more constrained within the wrist and your thumb and finger to get that kind of movement. And I recommend watching your hand when you're doing it. Maybe you'll get to the point where you're not watching your hand, but looking at it, being mindful about what you're doing, thinking about it, that's going to really help, rather than just kind of freely going, not looking. But okay, so try to sort of contain that in there. Don't grip it too hard either, right? That's going to make it harder. If you grip really hard, grip your pick hard, then you don't have that movement in there anymore. You got all that tension that's keeping everything from moving. So keep it loose in your hand. Keep that hand moving. All right. So we're going to be going verse, chorus, interlude, verse, chorus, interlude. We'll just do a couple verses here just to kind of get the idea. So we'll go full tempo and then slow it down a little bit. Who are you, the pretty fair maid? Who are you, honey? Who are you, the pretty fair maid? Who are you, honey? She answered me most modestly, well, I am the man's darling. Turaya, ba the diddle da, the day, ba the diddle day. Will ye come to Mammy's house? The moon is shining clearly. Will ye come to Mammy's house when the moon is shining clearly? I'll open the door, I'll let you in, and the devil no one will hear us. With the Turaya, ba the diddle da, the day-ree, ba the diddle day-ree-o. So I went to her house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. I went to the house in the middle of the night when the moon was shining clearly. Open the door and let me in, and the devil no one will hear us. For me to Raya, ba the diddle da, the day-ree, ba the diddle day-ree-o. All right, so let's slow that down a little bit. Or we can also go. She took the horse by the bridle and the bit. She led him to the stable. he's able with Uriah by the deedle die, and dairy for deedle dairy oh. All right, I hope that helps.